Okay, so right there, because he's a little anxious about this right side, he's not standing still. So I'm just going to wait on him. There, now he's licking and chewing. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to bump him and ask him to go. Good, good. So he understood that cue. That was really good. I didn't bump very hard, and he understood that meant walk forward. Excellent. Excellent. Now I'm going to ask him to trot. Good. And I let the rein slide through my hand because I wanted him to kind of shoot out of there when I asked him to trot. So that when I ask him to trot when I'm on his back, he'll take off. That's what I want him to do. Okay. Let's move that hip. Good boy. Okay. Good. That time he didn't take off on his own. Excellent. Folks, I know, I've said this a lot, I know some of my videos are like watching paint dry, but this is how you, in my view, this is how you train a horse properly. Take your time. Give that horse time to think. Give him time to process what it is we're expecting of him and what we're not expecting. Okay? Horses are big and they move fast, but they think slow. So you got to give him time to think it through. And he's backing up, but I didn't ask him to back up. So I'm just going to stand here until he's good. Then I'm going to ask him to walk forward again. Okay? Good. Really good. He walked out really nice. I'm going to ask him to trot. Good. Easy, easy, step by step, little by little. Okay. Good. Okay. Remember that old Alabama song? I'm in a hurry to get things done, rushing, rushing, till life's no fun. Okay. So he kind of walked off there. I didn't ask him to. So I'm not going to let that go. I didn't touch him with my feet. I didn't ask him to move. So he's still, this is the second day of kindergarten, pretty much. And he's anxious. There we go. Good boy. Okay. So I really wasn't planning on getting off again, but the reason I did, come on, bud. The reason I got off again was because he was a little more anxious than I expected or wanted when I sat on him. So I want to give him time to process that I sat up there and I didn't ask him to go anywhere. He doesn't have to go just because my behind hits the saddle. That doesn't mean move. Okay, and I'm switching sides each time. There, that time he didn't walk off. Good boy. There we go. Now I'm going to flex him and he might, yeah, he did. He moved a little when I flexed him. That's okay. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. Just want him to give to that bit a little bit. Okay. And something I meant to say earlier, this is my colt. If he were a client horse, I wouldn't have 3 or 4 days in between every session. But that's just kind of the way it's worked out the last few weeks. It's been like he gets 2 or 3 days in between every training session. And that wouldn't be that way, obviously, if someone were paying me to do this. He's mine, so he just kind of gets whatever time I have for him. Good boy. There we go. There we go, bud. There we go. Now I'm going to bend him a little and ask him to walk off. Good job. See, I'm petting him because he did what I asked him to do. I want him to know that was the right answer. Come on. Okay, there we go. So you see what he's doing? He's just walking little circles because that's what I did with him in the beginning, and that's all he knows to do. If he doesn't figure this out in the next ride or so, I'll get one of my interns in here to help him understand. I think he'll figure it out okay. Come on, bud. There, getting a little better walk. Good. So he almost went into a jog. That's fine. Good boy. Let's see if we can get a little trot here. Good boy. There we go. So I stood up in that trot, and what I get, 5 or 6 steps? I stood up in that trot so that I wouldn't bounce in the saddle, just trying to make it as easy on him as I could, and as unscary as I possibly could. Seemed like he did okay. Can we do it again, buddy? Good boy. See, I'm scratching his neck. Good boy. Trot on around here. Aren't you the smartest little paint horse in the world? Look at you. Aren't you the smartest little paint horse in the world? Yes. Let's do it again. So I'm holding his mane to keep my balance. Posting the trot. That's way better than I expected. I really like it. Just let him trot around here a little bit. He doesn't have to do a lot. Ooh. I'm really pleased with that. He was anxious, but he didn't get scared. He didn't hump up. I mean, you know, he didn't do anything silly. Aren't you a good boy? Okay. So now all I'm going to do is move his hindquarters a little bit, bend him and flex him, and then I'm going to get off. Okay, and that'll be my second ride. Good. Okay, good. You move that hip pretty nicely. Good job. Walk out of it. Good. Now I'm going to bend this one. That hip, and walk out of it. Come on. There. Good. I like that. I'm going to bend this hip and walk out of it. Walk straight. See, he's starting to figure that out. Bend him around here. He's not giving me his face. He's stiffening up on me just a little. There. Okay. So there, he's moving his hip, but he's real stiff in his face. So I'm not going to get in a big fight with him. I'm just going to wait on him. He'll figure it out. This is not his good side, his right side. He's stiffer. There. He's softened up in his face, so I'm asking him to walk out of it. And he's got his head down by the ground, and we're about done here. I'm going to take him over to the far side of the round pen, right here. Ooh. Good boy. Get him prepared. Make sure he's looking at me out of his left eye before I swing off on that side. He is. All right. Good. Loosen the cinch right here. And that's a pretty good second ride.